I'm doing it for my daughter. Probably have to do a double album with Gerard Way.
Blueberry Cloud. Thank you, man. Hey, Sam, I'm 20 and feeling stressed about the future with no real direction. How do you not get overwhelmed and just stay level-headed?
Smoke a little weed, man.
You're going to need terps and wax.
You're going to need to take the biggest bong rip you've ever breathed. You can only control the... you have a very limited amount of power. And your sphere, your ability to project your limited amount of power is very short range. So you have to just focus on the things that you can take care of. Try to be a better person, take care of yourself, make life more tolerable / good for the people around you who don't suck, etc. You know, God grant me the strength to accept the, what is it? Accept the things I cannot change. Blah blah blah. Let's look that up real quick. It's Firefox. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. That's one you can write down in your little journal there when you're working on yourself. But if you're trying to change the things that you cannot change, you're just going to be a foaming at the mouth person with Twitter opinions.
Mr. Sex Eagle.
Love it.
Love it.
Abram Mills saying, been surveying for a year. Boss is a lady, and it's really awkward. Should I leave? I got 2 interviews coming up at bigger companies. If I don't get a new job, I might quit and go full-time with my side gig. Finger puppets.
Excellent. You should do that. You should do finger puppets. Everybody loves finger puppets. I'd put 2 modems. I'd be Marcus the modem. That's what I would do. I'd say,
Thumbelina was a little tiny girl.
Check this out. Check this out. I can do...
Jeff Dunham has $500 million. What do we have here?
Is this super?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is Larry the Linksys. Larry the Linksys, the finger puppet. How many codes can you get? How much? How many passwords?
Or is Ronnie remote?
This is Ron the remote. Take a simple remote like this. I can look. Well, how many codes are you going to get? How many PIN numbers for their ATM passwords are you going to be able to get? I think you'll be able to get basically everybody in the room. I was able to access their ATMs. Oh, were you able to do that, Ronnie? Oh, yeah. That's just. I'm getting tired of all these ATM transactions. Being able to do it remotely with the remote. I my friend Larry the Linksys or Connie the calculator. It's Connie the calculator. Oh, stop writing boobs, Connie. Oh, I'm just kidding. I used to have boobs. I cut them off. I was a Marine.
But yeah, man. Yeah, listen. I hope you get a job at a better. I mean, listen. Yeah, it's. What are we looking at?
Hold on, we've got some more super chat.
Morning super chat
to get to, and we got Justin Ergo with a big $50 super chat.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Nicolas Cage and Lex Friedman. I love making people laugh, but when I'm alone, I hate who I am. Am I gay for wanting to pay a shrink for help?
Yes.
Yeah.
Come to terms with yourself, man. Go hit the gym. No. Why do you hate yourself? Identify it. Was there something that happened in your upbringing? Did something happen? I'm slowly in my older age realizing the powers of realizing the weaponized psychology in this world.
Oh my God! If I hear another fucking BetterHelp ad,
yeah,
I'm gonna
take Lexapro until I puke.
Yeah, man.
Say it on YouTube.
It could be something as simple as your diet, getting like a methylene test, figuring out what it is. When I was in my early 20s, I would have like these fucking manic flip outs, and I thought I was bipolar, and it was blah, 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 and rage, and blah, 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 blah. It was my fucking coffee that I was having with 5 sugars in it, and I was stressed out and this and that things. I was probably eating like shit, and it was almost 1-to-1 like diet and exercise, just being a piece of shit. listen, you're probably pretty funny. It's probably just your tits and your diet. If that doesn't work, then by all means, start taking pills. But weaponized psychology and leaning into hospitals, people who are just in love with being sick, it is a thing that I've seen over and over again. People who love to fall back and not take any accountability for the fact that it could be lazy, fat, drugs, drinking too much, no accountability, underperforming, underachieving, and then saying it's anything but themselves. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah. I mean, push-ups and gym shit, jogging. It's if that doesn't work, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But I mean, I've been there, man. I took Lexapro for 3 weeks, and then I realized I could never come again. So I threw them in the trash and then quit smoking weed. And voila, it was that. And then I obviously went back to weed because I didn't figure it out through my 20s. And now that I've been off weed for 7 months, and I'm never going back. People offer me weed at shows. I take the joints. I give them away to people. I don't fucking care. I don't even miss it at all. It was the easiest thing to kick out of all of them. Do I wish I drank less? Sure.
A beer?
Yeah. Well, I don't have a beer. No. But yeah. I mean, honestly, the crutch of psychology is the same thing as like victim complex shit. It's really just gives you something to say like, it couldn't be me.
Yeah.
It is you. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. It's just the truth, bro. And it could be, man. It could be like, you're fat, you drink too much coffee, you're overstimulated. It could be like your diet is totally off of your blood type or something. I don't fucking know. I'm not a fucking I'm not a doctor. I'm not a fucking doctor. But I really just think it comes down to an accountability issue. And just like people just really enjoying the anything but reality. But
I love how I love when people are like, I'm working on my mental health.
Yeah.
It's just such a selfish, like solipsistic, meaningless thing. Whenever someone says that, I want to kick their ass.
You don't journal?
Yeah, I journal. It's called keeping track of what I have to do for work.
Yeah.
That's what my journal is.
You may work, but there's people like me out there that we do self-work.
Oh my God, working on myself. If you ever say that you're working on yourself, you got a lot of work to do.
I woke up today, Sam, and I promised myself that today I would work on gratitude.
I mean, gratitude's a good thing. Everybody should have gratitude. I think that's important. But taking time to work on yourself. Good God. Pick yourself up, you slob, you disgusting slob loser. Taking time, taking time to work on yourself? How do you even have that much time? How can you manage to keep your head above water long enough to take the time to work on yourself? What does that even mean? What would that even consist of? Looking at an inspirational quote?
It's a lot of journaling, reflecting, and manifesting.
Good God.
We got Mark Medich. Thank you, man.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you for the 5, sir. Anon Bell with the 25.50. Hey, thanks for the extra 2 quarters. I could have used that at the machine.
An extra 2 cents, that adds up. Extra 50 cents over time, that adds up. That's my profit. That's actually profit, because the 25 only covers the cost.
Yeah, I mean, we're doing this for free.
We're doing this at cost, so the 50 cents that's the amount that I'll use that's my recreation budget. So the $25, that's what I use for food and necessities, medical care for myself. I need a lot of medical care. I need to see a doctor once every day. I need a full medical scan once a week.
Yeah.
Just to make myself feel safe and also to work on myself. And I'm working on my mental health a lot. I'm taking today to work on my mental health, okay? Hey, Ben? Yeah. I'm taking today to work on my mental health. Oh, okay. Because I'm crazy.
Anon Bell says, girlfriend told me she's infertile from scat play she hid. I'm disgusted. I loved someone who laid in my tub shiting herself while I was at work. Mm-hmm. How do you move on from a girlfriend that does scatties?
Just get really good at Taekwondo so that when you go to kick her, you look like Horang from Tekken, and that makes that exploding noise when you kick. But I would say an interesting kick to do on her would be an inside roundhouse kick, which is not, there's not a lot of power there, but it's also, nobody's going to block that because they don't expect that to come ever. So it's a little slap. I would hit him with one of that inside roundhouse kick, which is a crazy one.
Yeah.
But they call me crazy legs.
Wait, where do you aim that at on her?
Face. Her neck.
Junko Munko with the 25. Yo, any thoughts on Bitcoin ordinals? There was a 0.3.
Yo, when you click like, it helps me help my daughter.
And the floor is already over 1 Bitcoin. Is it better to just store your value directly in BTC, or are Bitcoin NFTs a rug?
What's an ordinal? Is that an NFT?
Bitcoin
Don't
ordinals,
just.
yeah.
It's just gambling. If you're paying attention, if you're young and you're hip and you're got your ear to the street and you're in the Telegram groups, you can gamble and you can win sometimes.
Yeah.
But remember that to offset a 50% loss, you need a 200% gain. Okay, does that make sense to you? If you start at 100, you go down to 50. That's a 50% loss. To go back to 100, you need to go 200%. You can't just make 50% and get back to 100. You need 200%. 5 times 2 is 10. That's how you get back to 100. A loss, it's asymmetric. A loss is devastating. And taxes, you cannot tell the IRS, hey, I lost fucking $400,000. The IRS doesn't care. They let you write off like $3,000. The most you can write off as a loss is I don't know what it is, but you can't write your losses off, so you're fucked. The gambling, even if it's Vegas, and you're gonna win 49.9% of the time, like even if the margin for the house is razor thin, it doesn't matter because a loss, losses are so much worse than in terms of amplitude than gains are good. So just don't lose. Stop losing. And NFTs, if you're slick, if you're on the inside, if you're in a Telegram where people are making those moves and doing illegal, basically illegal shit, talking about what thing to pump, which is in and of itself risky, you might want to check out CyberGhost VPN for that.
Link in the bio, guys.
Link in the bio, guys, so that literally nobody can snoop on you. It's a known fact that the NSA has no whatever. But if you're in the inside, you're a young guy, you're paying attention to what these little fucking fruitcakes are doing with the NFTs. If you know someone that's like on a team or whatever, then you can make money doing it. But if you're just a regular dude, no, just buy Bitcoin and hold it. If you're listen, are you the type where a devastating loss would ruin you and fuck your life up? I'm not like that. I take devastating nut kicks. I've been hit so bad. And I literally don't care. I just get right back up and keep being a boss. Okay? But if you're not like that, some people they lose a lot of money, they start to think about like killing themselves. Like, so know yourself. If you're cool with a big loss, yeah, fuck around with NFTs. Fuck around and find out. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. The only game you should be playing is Mondo Megabits, okay? Literally slaving over a drop that's going to be for free. Where else do you get that? Because these fuckers guilt me into it. Oh, he's not paying attention. He's not. Fine, I'll do a drop for free. Because my guilt bone has been stimulated to that degree. Sometimes I'm too good of a guy.
I want to hear about your fucking house you're going to buy. Tell me what you're going to spend too much money disproportionately on. That's what I'm interested in. Because it tells me what kind of man or woman you are. It tells me what kind of woman you are. Anyway.
Obama Ashmore. Nick, I'm 19. I do industrial welding work for a huge company, and I'm paid well. How do I not feel like a every time I go to work? It's my first welding job, so it's high pressure not to fuck up. Any advice for work anxiety?
Headphones, gum. Buddy, what the fuck are you talking about? You got a great job. You're 19. How's this look? Okay, cool. There. All right, it's cool. There. All right.
Chill.
Relax, man. You're 19. You got a good job. You have an adult job.
Yo, when you click like, it helps me help my daughter.
Make sure you're getting good sleep. Why would you feel like a I don't understand that. Honestly, that's not a thing. So it's all in your head. It's all in your mind. That's Beck, Scientologist Beck. It's all in your mind. And I mean that. It actually
The
is
young
all.
guys on here have no idea how far ahead they are.
Yes.
When I was 19, I was a receptionist.
Really?
Yeah.
Where?
At DePaul University. But I just had a little reception job.
Hi, thank you for calling DePaul University. I'm Alex.
What are you here to see? I think I made $12 an hour.
Really?
Like, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Like, I was like stupid. I was so
Nah.
such a ding dong. I had nothing going on.
Fuck. My dad threw me to the wolves when I was 19. I got thrown out. Yeah. 19, specifically 19. Yeah. Sophomore year of college. Nope. I was out.
Hello, Professor. May I make some copies for you?
Oh, actually, yeah. Give me 5 minutes. The printer's a little backed up right now, but I can change the toner. Shouldn't be hard. It shouldn't be too hard.
Yeah, no, I'm on the other end of the spectrum of that. I came home. Yeah, no, I get it. I used to have to sit in property board meetings with adults and tell them that, don't worry, there won't be too many Hispanic landscapers on my crew, so you don't feel like they're all going to you, which is what these ladies like. They don't speak English and they're going to me. That's what like little old ladies say at condo complexes. And I'm like, that's not going to happen. Don't worry.
Not on my watch.
And I speak semi-conversational Spanish. So, todo tu problemas es no problemas para mí. And just so you know, you don't look like the ones that they want. But no, I get it, man. Just don't. What do you feel good? Don't feel nuts. You might be over caffeinated. When I was 19, I was having pretty bad panic attacks every day at 10. Couldn't figure it out. What it ended up being is the way I was getting my coffee was like 5 Stevias in the morning, 5 Splendas. Yum. This is before Stevias. Yeah. I would get a Dunkin' Donuts coffee, extra large. And my doctor's like, dude, every day at 10 o'clock, I'd have like a fucking fist punching, like, motherfucker, like rage, like blind rage. No matter what, anything. I was throwing my phone in the woods like 500 yards and shit. My doctor's like, what do you eat? I was like, bacon, egg, and cheese on a croissant every day. And I'm like, fat and shit like that. Like, you drink a lot? I'm like, but I wouldn't drink a lot during the week. It was always weekend shit. And then it was, he's like, how do you take your coffee? And he's like, I was like, 5 Steve Splendas. He's like, bang, right there. That's it. He's like, dude, that's shooting you up through
Chemicals.
the moon.
And if you got it from Dunkin' Donuts, it's insane how much they put in there.
Oh.
So like, it's like, if you get sugar, you have to ask them for like one.
They shovel it in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, dude, it took me a year and a half to figure that out in my life. I punched every single Ford logo in my dump trucks until they were folded in half. I threw phones through windshields. I had fucking like tear-jerking manic episodes in front of people, like psycho shit. So sorry. And no, it wasn't Coke. I didn't do Coke ever until I was like 70. So